Hello everybody and welcome back to another video. This video I am going to be looking at a Shadow Rider Alcremie deck, yet another Shadow Rider deck. I know I've done a lot of Shadow Rider videos on this channel, um, but I'm going to be looking at another one, and if you are getting fed up with Shadow Rider videos, I totally understand. This is the deck I'm playing right now, so I'm making content on it, but I've been doing pretty well with Shadow Rider Alcremie and online tournaments. Um, I've played in 4 online tournaments in the past 2 weeks, and I've made top 16 in every single one of them with this list here. Now, I just realized that I do have a reverse holo training quartz that I traded for, but haven't put in yet, so let me just do that. But yeah, I've played in 4 online tournaments with this list and gotten top 16 in all of them. So if you know how to play this deck, if you have played this deck before and you know the plays to make, and of course you just get a little lucky, it is a really good deck. I think a lot of people are just underestimating how good it is, just because people are kind of nullified by the fact that single strike is so good. People look at, oh, Shadow Rider has a really good ability, but then single strike is one of the most popular decks. I think people fail to think about that, like, single strike can brick. Like, if single strike bricks, you're in a pretty good spot if you can actually get up and running yourself. So yeah, and then of course people are like, oh, but every other deck plays Path to the Peak. Well, if you run 4 stadiums and a Pumpkaboo, then you're gonna be pretty fine on that front. And also, Alchemy can get energies into play. Alchemy makes Dragapult so much better of a matchup because Dragapult just has a really hard time dealing with Alchemy that gets tons of energies in play just for 1 energy itself. The only tough thing about Alchemy is then they can just go Crushing Hammer off the energy on the active, and then you have to use Underworld Door, so you have Path that can be a little bit sticky there, but yeah, so that's the only thing. Oops. There's 12 energy there. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead, and the reason I'm sharing my entire screen, you can see like my bar here, is because I wanted to go ahead and look at these tournaments. So here are the 4 tournaments I played in the Scholar Monday and finished 7th. Played in the Atlas tournament and got exactly 16th. I played in N2's Gnarly Knights, which I got 9th because I bubbled out of cut. And then just recently, yesterday, I played in the On Guard Gauntlet #1 and placed 12th as well. So these were my tournaments. As you can see, I played a lot of Shadow Rider Alcremie lately. Almost every single tournament, or yeah, every single tournament except for like when I was playing Leafeon down here with the Chills events. I was playing Shadow Rider Alcremie. So Alcremie Shadow Rider is a really good deck right now. I just wanted to go over this list, which I have been playing. I have been hip hopping around a 4th training court and an energy. That is something you could add, or you could just cut the shopping center, which is probably the card that a lot of you are curious about. Why are you playing shopping center? And shopping center just allows you to return a tool attached to one of your Pokemon into your hand. And the reason this is here is because it's another stadium counter. But also being able to return an air balloon to your hand is really good, because if sometimes in a game you're going to be aggressively discarding your hand with research, and sometimes you might too aggressively attach your air balloons and you discard all your switches. Well, Shopping Center could come in there and remove those air balloons from your Shadow Rider you probably have it on, and like attach it to another Pokemon where it could be potentially more useful or something like that. So I really like the one of Shopping Center, and then the rest of it is pretty standard for Shadow Rider Alcremie. We have the 444 line. I really like 4 Incense. I've seen people playing 3 Incense. I think 4 Incense is really mandatory, because you really need to get going. Like if you're not getting your VMAXs, you're not winning the game. So I think 4 Incense is definitely really good. And then Energy Recycler is actually something I would consider a second. I would consider a second Energy Recycler, because it's just so good in so many matchups. It's mainly, I really want one for the Dragapult matchup, because like I mentioned before, Dragapult, you just sit there in Adornment and the GMAX Whisk, and basically you just do that twice until you win the game. And sometimes Dragapult can't have kind of a sticky time setting up. So yeah, and then the other thing is I do run Cresselia. I think Cresselia is super good. Once again, it's something I've been seeing people cut from their lists. Um, so I think the Cresselia is super good, because the reason I really like playing Shadow Rider is because it's one of, if not the only deck in format I really feel comfortable going second with, and that is because I do have the Cresselia to fall back on and use Crest and Glow. Now a lot of people do argue that you can just like Crescent Glow, and then they're just gonna boss KO it. Well, the decks like right now to do that, they need like a lot. Single Strike is gonna need some Houndours to get going. They're gonna need at least like an Energy or one Houndour if they want to be able to do that. And then Dragon Ball just can't boss KO something, which makes Cresselia once again super good against that. Um, Ice Rider, it does have the intelligence, but once again, if it whiffs a water energy, it's going to have to Melanie to be able to attack, and if they're Melanieing, they're not bossing. So that's super good. I really like Pumpkaboo as well, just another stadium out. And then Galarian Articuno is super clutch, once again, in Dragapult, the Dragapult matchup, because it allows you to get energy into play under Path of the Peak, so you can take a 1-hit KO with Alchemy if they do hit a couple lucky crushing hammers. So yeah, the Articuno is super good as well. And this is the list that I have been running. It has been running really well for me, and a lot. Some people might be like, oh, what about the deck bricking? Like the deck does brick quite a bit. Well, honestly, I haven't bricked that much. That's all I can really say about that. Oh, and I haven't the versus ladder. I know this happened a while ago, but I haven't been playing the versus ladder very much lately because honestly, I don't really want to get a guard jump guillotine. Honestly, not even the full Arcane's exploration at the end. It's too exciting, but yeah. So Shadow Rider Alcremie. Let's go ahead and find a matchup. Okay, so we did win the coin flip. I was up getting some water. So we, of course, also, like almost every other single deck in format, we do want to go first, despite playing a single Cresselia. And we don't have Pokemon in this hand, but other than that, this hand would have been very good. So we are up against Radiant Bike. Very nice hair they have. And yeah, so hopefully we can draw ourselves into a decent hand here. Yeah, I mentioned this at the beginning of the video. A lot of people are like, well, Shadow Rider's not good right now because Single Strike is super duper popular. And like I said, they can brick, but also even if you get running, you can do quite well. Like in the Guard Gauntlet that I played in yesterday, if you look at my matches, I faced 2 Single Strike, both of them set up, but I still won. So Single Strike, if you play correctly, you evolve your VMAXs when you have to evolve your VMAXs. You don't want to just get 3 Shadow Riders out because then they're just gonna go Umbreon all over you. But yeah, so this hand kind of sucks. And we do have draw supporters, but we really don't have anything other than those draw supporters in this hand. We really want to see a Fog Crystal, a Quick Ball, or even another V off the top, and that is not it. Now we're up against an Espeon. I think I just have to go attach Pass, and I can also attach a Sailor which really sucks because this hand, with another way to get Shadow Rider Calyrex V, was really good. No, they themselves are attaching to the Espeon V. And what does this do? Probably 60. Yeah, it does 62 V, and that's all they got as well. So we could see quite the interesting match here. I think I am just gonna go ahead and evolve. I think I'm just gonna research this away because we could draw into our training court as well. And yeah, I think we're actually gonna go ahead and use hide in the shadows here. I think that's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna mention this. Underworld Door to it, and those are our last 2 bosses as well. Wait, never mind. No, I thought we discarded a boss. We didn't. So Quick Ball. I'm just gonna discard one of these. And I'm just going to go ahead and get another Shadow Rider. If we have the VMAXs in the deck, let me see. So we do, yeah, we still do have 2 VMAXs in the deck. I'm just going to go ahead and get out this V. Yeah, I think that's, no, we could get Alcremie. Yeah, I think I like getting Alcremie better here because we can hold this in our hand, and if we don't top deck something next turn, we can always Underworld Door this Alcremie in like a dormant retreat, like retreat this and then dormant. So I'm just going to Cloak in Shadows here, and hopefully we can get something nice off the top next turn. See what our opponent is going to do here. Yeah, they're just going to attach an energy and another Zen shot to the VMAX. And yeah, so we do get a Crobat. So that's probably just going to be game here, I'd imagine. So we can go here, get ourselves a Shadow Rider VMAX. We're just going to fail this one. Evolve here, and we're just going to Crobat. This is actually something else I do like the Alcremie for. I really like the Alcremie, even for, like, a lot of people think Alcremie as a late game card, where you just, it's there to one-shot, like, on, like, the last turn of the game. Honestly, I use Alcremie a lot for just taking turn 2 1-hit KOs on Vs, because if you don't get, like, 3 Shadow Riders out, even, you probably meant maybe even need 4. If you're not playing Heavy Articuno version, which I have done a video on that one as well, and that's just going to be game. Then it's really hard to take 1-hit KOs on Pokemon that have like 200 HP. So Alcremie does a really, really good job of just 4 energies being able to just 1-hit KO a V. So like Dragapult, they're like, ah, yeah, they're never gonna go ahead and knock me out here. So they attach to their active, and then you just go Alcremie for 240. And as I just do the exact same thing that Espeon, which was pretty scary because it could evolve into VMAX and just hit super duper hard if we got tons of energy in play, but ends up being okay, and we do donk that. Unfortunately, we're gonna have to wait here through all the ladder rewards because I haven't played a single game on the ladder yet. And now we can get into another game with Shadow Rider Alcremie. Alright, let's see who we hit here. Tyranitar 1019. They water deck box. Could be Ice Rider, Suicune, any of that. And we do lose the coin flip, unfortunately, so we're probably going to be going second here. And actually, no, we're going first. So what could this be? Honestly, I have no idea what they could be playing here. They could be playing the Lapras to search us for a Melanie from the deck. That could be an option. But we'll just have to see what they are playing here to make them want to go second. Okay, so I think we might be up. Oh, wait, no, this is the Kyogre deck. Okay, so this is going to be interesting. We are up against the Kyogre deck. And this hand is pretty good, especially for up against the Kyogre deck as well. We do have this V we can go ahead and bench here. And then a Fog Crystal. Get out a V. But if they just have nothing in this hand, this could be a pretty quick game. I'm just going to go ahead and attach here and then pass it over. They themselves do attach, and Descent Elemental Chain. So like I said, this deck does brick, and they do get 4 energies, or 3 energies off of that. I'm just going to, fortunately I didn't attach to the Alcremie, which means I do need a little bit more here, so I'm just going to attach to Shadow Rider, and then research, and if we get Switch VMAX Energy, that is going to be the game. It looks like we don't, but we do have a decent amount of cards to work with here. I'm going to thin the deck by playing this Fog Crystal, so we can just get out another V. I do believe my Kyogre has 130 HP, so these Articuno and Cruselios aren't going to be too useful as attackers, say, as they are just going to be, like, discard fodder. Now I'm just going to Underworld Door, and hopefully we can find something here, like a switch out, and looks like we don't, which is not great. Well, we still have one Underworld Door to work with. We still have Training Court, so we still do have a chance here. And we can just Underworld Door to this VMAX. And double energy, but still no switch. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and bench this. And then I'm just going to pass and hope my opponent doesn't top deck something that they're going to need here. Hopefully it's just another energy. It is not. It is a Cryogonal. But we're just going to see another Elemental Chain. Honestly, I think that Elemental Chains here are misplays because they're just getting rid of all their energy. Oh, wait, no, they have Volcarona V. I forgot about that. So we actually could just go ahead and boss that. I don't hate that. So we do drop the Quick Ball for Crobat if we do find our switch out to be able to boss KO that. And yes, we're just going to keep Underworld Thoring. We find ourselves a switch outs, and we still don't find it. I'm just gonna quick ball the energy recycler. Probably not gonna need that for a Crobat, and hopefully we can draw into here. I'm gonna play the boss first, but I'm gonna keep this energy in my hand. Just gonna bench that so I can draw at least one card. Keep this energy in my hand in case we draw out to a VMAX. And there's the switch. So we are in a super good spot now. We just go here and then Max Geist. And our opponent is in not a very good spot. They don't have any energy in the discard pile, and that's just going to be game. Because they don't have any other Pokemon to bench. Oh my gosh. They just got so much energy off that Elemental Chain. Unfortunately, that 13 energy Cryogonal is going to be going down. Oh my goodness. I don't think I've ever seen this before. 13 energies on a Cryogonal, but unfortunately my opponent does lose the game. I was going to knock out their last Pokemon. Now, probably going to get into one more game. Hopefully we can find a real game. And so we do get 15 more coins as well. I'm doing a notification here and don't know what this is. We're just getting all the rewards right now for that. And okay, let's see what this is. It is a friend request. Don't know who it is from. Oh, it's the Tyranitar guy. We're just going to go ahead and decline that. Yes, sorry, man. Okay. Shadow Rider Alcremie. Hopefully we can find a real game where we don't just destroy our opponent. Alright, let's see what we're up against here. Onward and Upward with an Eternatus deck box. And an Eternatus coin. This is probably going to be Eternatus. If it is, I'm just going to go ahead and scoop it up because there's probably no reason pulling this out. Eternatus is the auto loss matchup. Not Single Strike is a lot better of a matchup than Eternatus, and I mean a lot better of a matchup. But we'll have to see what our opponent does here and if they're even playing Eternatus. And that is Hoopa, which means it is probably Eternatus. There's the Great Ball. There's the Eternatus. If they have an energy, I'm going to scoop it up. There's another Great Ball. And there's another Eternatus. They have energy, so I am out. I do not want to play a game against Eternatus right now. A deck that sees little play, honestly. I don't think it's won a tournament since Shilling Rain, probably. So we're gonna be finding another game here, and this time we reverse Haxie Shax with the nice 25th anniversary Dex sleeves, and then a Mega Rayquaza coin, and we do win the coin flip, so we are going to go first. And this hand is fine. The only thing this hand doesn't have is a draw supporter or like an evolution incense or something like that. Is what we really want to see here. And it is going to be single strike, so pretty interesting match here. We want to get a card, of course we want to get a card, and it is a research. So this hand right now is really good, and there's our second Alcremie. I think I do want to bench that because we just have a research. We're going to be researching next turn. Fog Crystal. Now, actually, looking back, I should have not benched that because maybe I prized my other Alcremie. That's just being an easy target for our opponent. And yeah, so we did prize our other Alcremie, so we are going to get punished for that. But I'm just going to attach to the active hero immediately, applying pressure onto this Urshifu, saying whatever you put in the active, I might just knock out unless it's an Umbreon, in which you're just letting me get a free hit on Umbreon. So yeah, our opponent just starts single strike Urshifu. There's a tower. So they are playing kind of slowly, which might mean they do not have much in their hand. Classic single strike stuff. And let's see what they got. There is a quick ball, so their hand is not completely dead. If it is super, super bad, they could go for a Crobat here. But probably just going to be seeing something like a Houndour. And yeah, so their hand is probably dead enough that they're already going to have to go for a Crobat. That's fighting energy, which means we might just see a laser focus. I'm totally willing to invest 2 energy into just knocking out this Urshifu. Especially since now I can just go Urshifu, Crobat, and Umbreon VMAX as my prize mapping here. And we're just going to see a Marnie, which is quite unfortunate because this hand wasn't bad. It wasn't great, but if we do get a draw support here and like a VMAX, it's going to be probably infinitely times better than that hand was. See what we got. We got, this hand sucks. Okay. I think we're really looking to top deck something here. Pretty much anything that draws us cards we really, really want to get. I think Evolution Incense is probably our best worst top deck. I think it's our best top deck that isn't like a research, and I think it's also our worst top deck that isn't like some super bad card. Okay, so we're gonna get a Marnie. That is really, really good. Okay, so I'm just gonna play this. Go for Articuno is in deck. I could get the Articuno, but I also think I do want to develop more Shadow Riders. So I'm just going to go for the Shadow Rider here. How many quick balls do we have in deck? I think we're probably going to be quick balling for a Crobat after this. We only have 3 quick balls in deck. I'm just going to go for another V, attach to the active, and then Marnie. Which is fortunate because our opponent didn't have anything, but they also could just have, once again, just another draw supporter. So yeah, this hand, Energy Cycler, we don't want to discard that in this matchup because Alcremie is our main attacker here. So I do think I'm just going to go Tower of Darkness. You could thin with Fog Crystal, thin an energy. I don't hate that. Then an energy out of this deck. Or we could just get another V and bench it. I don't hate that either. Because you do just need a VMAX to get a knockout. This is difficult, honestly. Next we're probably just going to go Adornment because our opponent will be in a super bad spot. So I think I am just going to get another V here. Now, once again, you don't want to go too crazy on the Shadow Rider VMAXs here, but since our opponent is in such a poor spot, that is going to be the case. But this is really, really bad. We don't find an Alcremie VMAX. This stinks. Okay. I think I'm just gonna keep Fog Crystal in here. I think I'm just gonna retreat. Their only attacker is this right now, so I think I am just gonna retreat into a V, the Shadow Rider V, which they can't KO. And then just pass. Oh no, we can Training Court first. And then just pass. Next we're playing Marnie because we don't want to get rid of this Energy Recycler. So let's see what our opponent has after our own Marnie. We could Shadow Mist next turn to prevent the placing of single strike energies and cap energies, which is pretty much all of the other energies in their deck because most single strike lists only play 2 basic fighting energies. So if they don't develop too many Houndours here, I might just go for the Shadow Mist if we whiff completely off this Marnie as well. But we are still in not a great spot. But yeah, they just can't KO this. We don't want to give them that out the prize cards with the Crobat either, and we don't want to give them the Alcremie, and they are just going to retreat. So let's see what they're gonna do. They do have an Evolution Incense, maybe for a single strike VMAX. Yep, so there's a single strike VMAX. And honestly, I don't hate just going Shadow Mist here, especially if they don't attach, especially if they don't get down any more Houndours. So let's see what they got. There's another Quick Ball, so there's another Houndour. Yeah, so there's a second Houndour. We also could just go Adornment and just really respond to anything they really put in the active here, which I don't hate either. Because now our prize mapping is Umbreon VMAX, Single Strike VMAX, or if they don't evolve any of their Umbreons, Umbreon VMAX, Houndour, or under Umbreon V, Houndour, and then Single Strike VMAX. So, I think Adornment is what I'm using here. I just probably gonna attach Marnie, honestly. Yeah, I'm just gonna attach it to Marnie. Because we really want to save that energy recycler. Um, and let's see what we get. There's okay, that is more like it, definitely. Because now all we need is a switch out. Off of some underworld doors we can hopefully get here. I'm just gonna evolve. This one can hit weakness. This one I can actually knock out Houndoom, which I like. So I'm gonna evolve this one instead. And we do have the Alcremie. I'm gonna keep that in my hand and just gonna accelerate this Alcremie probably. Yeah. Let's see what we get. Do we get a switch out? Nope. We do get another evolution incense. And I am gonna evolve the other one now, because this one we really don't want to VMAX this now that we have this VMAX here. So we're gonna Underworld Door again. Still no switch, which sucks. So I think I'm just gonna have to go Training Court Pass again. Hopefully that Marnie stuck them with nothing much in their hand. I can only hope at this point. They're not doing much. Do they have a dead hand? They have Tower of Darkness, which means they're probably going to get 2 more cards to work with here. And they do have a research, which is unfortunate. They do probably going to need to find some Houndooms here. They have 7 cards to do it, plus the Tower of Darkness, and they still have 20 cards in deck. So decent odds they don't get it, but they're probably going to get it. Yeah, so there's Houndoom number 1. And no Houndoom number 2 yet. Mean Luck would be annoying, but then we can probably just go VMAX, and we can just go VMAX, and to remove the effect, we can Chemistry with Air Balloon. Now, Single Strike Roar math does matter on Umbreon, because if now they just Single Strike Roar once the Umbreon. Now Alchemy only have to discard 3 energy to take a 1-hit KO on it, which is really, really huge. Okay, so there is the Single Strike Roar Tool Jammer, which sucks. This is looking worse and worse by the second, but we could, yeah, so there's just, Mean Luck for 100. Doesn't really matter. Honestly, actually, it could matter with the Single Strike sitting here. And there's another VMAX. So we can just evolve that to remove that effect, but it doesn't matter because they have a, what's it called? They have Tool Jammer. I'm just gonna accelerate to this one. Do we find our switch out? We still don't find our switch out. This is not great. We do get 3 Underworld doors, plus potentially some supporters like that research. To find one, I am just going to evolve this, and then Underworld door. Honestly, I think we take the KO with the Shadow Rider here right now. Well, let me think about this, because then we KO with that, and then they go with another Umbreon, and we KO that. Yeah, I don't know. I think I'm just going to put this, might as well just put that there. I think Alcremie is probably the safest bet here, honestly. We do find our Air Balloon and a boss. Now, that boss could be huge, yeah, I think that boss is really, really good here, actually. Yeah, so I think I'm going to attach Air Balloon here. Oh, I can't retreat with the stupid, oh my gosh, okay. So, that is annoying because of that Tool Jammer. We still have an energy to attach, and we can't boss now, which really, really sucks. Yeah, that Tool Jammer. Really did it. So I'm just gonna attach here and then research. Hopefully we find one of our 2 switches that are still in the deck, and there it is. We even get both of them. And how many energies do we have in the discard? We do have 1. So I'm just gonna bump this in case they don't have anything in their hand now. And they do get some. They do give us a happy face. They don't have any basics in the discard pile, so I don't know why they're doing that. I'm just gonna G-Max Whisk, and we only have to discard 3 to take the KO. Let me think about this here. I think we just want to equalize the energies here. Yeah, just like that. So if they do have the Umbreon VMAX, then they do have to choose between. There's no like clear better one to go for. They're both exactly the same. So there's another air balloon. So we do have quite a bit of switch outs in our hand. So ball stall. No, wait, no, because they can't ball stall Marnie in the same turn. Never mind. Let's see what they go for here. We are putting on a decent amount of pressure, especially with still 4 energies on board and 3 Shadow Rider VMAXs. It's probably going to be a pretty tight game here. All right. There's a single strike roar. Onto that Umbreon. Yep. Now, if they did, they still can't KO this Alcremie. If they go Houndoom and attach single strike for turn, both of them has to be single strike, and they can take the KO with G-Max 1 blow. But they are just going to go ahead and evolve into their Umbreon and not use Dark Signal. How many bosses orders are we down is the question. We're only down 1, and there's just a research. So they still can 100% get the KO here. They need Houndoom single strike energy. How many single strike energies do they have in deck? They have all of them. There's the Houndoom. Do they have the single strike energy though? This potentially okay, so they actually just cannot KO this Alcremie here. They could go for a hit with the Umbreon onto this Alcremie though. Yeah, so that is what we're going to be seeing. But how did they win from here? I think now we just go nuts with our Underworld doors. There's a boss, which will it really matter? Yeah, I think we do have to KO this, no matter what. So I'm gonna Underworld door. So they have to choose, or we I could leave it. Let me think. Okay, how? Okay, so Energy Recycler and okay, so they're just gonna concede. So from there, we probably would have just went KO with Alcremie, and then we just have game on pretty much anything with the Shadow Rider, as long as we can get some more energies attached to our board with our Underworld doors, and we had Recycler and everything, so that matchup would pretty much seal that for me. So yeah, managed to be a single strike in this video. I think that's pretty good for a pretty good match for the video. It was pretty back and forth too. I didn't really know who was going to win at the beginning there because we were both whiffing things all over the place. But yeah, that's going to be it for the video. Try this deck out, guys. I'm telling you, it is super underrated and super, super good if you play correctly. I just cannot stress this enough. This deck is a lot better than people are making it out to be. But yeah, if you guys like this video, don't forget to leave a like. I do lots of videos like this one. I also do future formats, deck profiles, and gameplay now that I have some people to actually play games with. So yeah, if you guys want to see any of that stuff, don't forget to subscribe. And if you guys like this video, don't forget to leave a like. And that's going to be it for the video. And I'll see you guys in the next one.